Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Rome 2 Total War with the Caesar in Gaul campaign. Last time around we took Vienna. And as we can see, now Caesar and his army has continued on and is laying siege to the city that is not too far away from Vienna. With that said, however, that is not the battle we're going to do today. What we're going to do is we're going to go over and do the naval battle. But before we do that, I want to just show where all the legions are stationed at this point. So I moved most of them forward. There's a few in the back just to kind of recover. So we've got the 6th Legion recovering. And we also have the 9th Legion recovering. Because of the survivors after the attack on Weisso weren't completely destroyed, they actually moved in here and camped up. And the thing is, since this area, or both these areas, only hold, they only have one Vulgus, and that is not enough to stop them, even though there's just 2 units, and one of them is almost dead. I had to bring out, I think this is... who is this? This is Brutus, actually. Brutus is an honest man, and he has moved out and he's set a little camp when he hired in mercenary short swords just to block their path so that they don't raid vulnerable land over here. And then we still have the... this is the 9th. Wait, what did I say here? This was the 6th. And this is the 11th. That's what I had wrong. This is the 11th. So we still have the 6th. Which at some point here should march up to the next little area and then continue on from there. We actually could reach all the way over here at this point. And then this region was actually raided during one of the end turns. So this little town here was actually raided by the Averni. And that caused a lot of unhappiness in the region. So a lot of instability because of that raid. So I've stationed some legions here. So I've stationed the 7th, the 13th, and we did at some point also have the 5th legion here. One thing that I noticed also is in trying to recuperate the 8th Legion, I noticed that I had recruited a lot of units. I mean, most of this is actually the 5th Legion, and only part of it, only 3 actually cohorts are from the 8th. And the reason for this is that I noticed that in certain areas where I have fully upgraded Legionary Barracks, you can no longer recruit the 8th Legion. Which is a bit strange. Why are they unhappy here? Slaves? Provincial... oh, so it's all the slaves that is causing a bit of uproar in this region. Okay, so no more slaves for this region, I guess. What I could do is I could switch off and... yeah. And then we have the 12th Legion marching in. And what I've done here is also I've started to recruit more and more of these noble mercenary horse. I'm actually losing money I noticed this turn. Probably because of the troops that are recruited to stop the Nervi going through the pass. They cost about, yeah, almost 500 per turn. And they're absolute shit. But we're gonna remedy that. Not that it's a major thing. I'm going minus 100 sesterces when I've got 59,000. Anyways, as I said last turn, we're gonna have a naval battle. So we're gonna have this army right here, or this navy, go ahead and attack this port and retake that. So we're gonna first have a naval battle, and then we're gonna have to land and go inland. So, oh, you know what? The chances of victory are actually very low, due to the fact that we have to face a force a normal infantry force as well. So, can he march? Yes, he can actually march through here. So he can march. So the, let's see, what legion is this? The 5th can actually march through the land here. Ah, yes. I order you to march there, and you want to go through the snow. Now, if you really want, we can head through the edge. But I want you to stay away from actually marching through the heavy snow. So now we'll have a combined battle. And the question is, should I lead the navy or should I lead the army? I think we're gonna lead the navy. And so without further ado, let's retake the settlement and throw out these barbarians. We're on board the Admiral's ship, and looking around we can see the rest of our navy lined up here ready to attack the port. And let's go out of the close view. So what I've done is very simply put every single ship ready, lined up to attack straight forward into whatever the enemy brings up there. And I like the fact that they've actually gone through the trouble of actually making them look kind of marine troop-ish, or with this kind of Neptune style shields and stuff. Interesting also to see Romans that aren't red, they're blue, all of them, with the blue shields. And then behind these we have the bigger ships, which have the ballistas on them. It's going to be firing upon the enemy, and I think we can set... it's already set to flammable rounds. They know the way I want to play. And with that, one thing I would like to see if is... wait, are these... will they fire out of those towers? Like, were they archer towers? I don't know. Let's see. It's going to be interesting. There's a hell of a lot of enemy ships. It's going to be one hell of a battle. And I think given the style of our ships...
reinforcements have arrived.
Can I... we want to board them, don't we? So the enemy is going straight for us.
By your command. Crewed and ready. Weapons ready. By your command. Ready for order.
This one's gonna stand because, let's see, are we going for all of them?
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Wait, someone's already used... oh yeah, the ships are throwing their pillars. Ooh, try not to shoot our own ships, if you please. Did you see that guy jump? Jesus Christ, what is this? That guy jumped in the sea. That's not shit. I think we just shot our own ship. It's an absolute mess. Ooh, they're all lining up to flank that one. That's not actually going too well for that one. That one is not doing too well.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
By your command, ships ready. Ships ready. Assault ships ready. Assault ships reporting.
Is not a great... oh, that one's sinking, and that one's sinking as well. That's nice. They're actually... they're landing most of their navy. We're gonna swing around and attack them over there. And then... oh, those are ships leaving. Thinking firing into this when we've got so many of our own ships there is probably not a good idea. I'm gonna tell these guys to hold fire. So according to this fight is not going in our favor, which I can kind of understand because some of our guys are jumping over there. And these guys are trying to jump on board here. Ooh, we're kind of disengaging. Oh, shit. So they are getting attacked. They're trying to... These idiots are just jumping into the water now. Oh, and they're leaving...
Your orders?
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Oh, they're just... Wow, that's kind of weird. They're just jumping back and forth like idiots. But we seemingly won most of the fight here. We're gonna take on these bastards coming around from the side, but that was weird. Everyone's just jumping off. Okay, we have got a bastard coming way too close for my liking. Boom! Take that. Where are you going? Are you actually going to try and board? Can I steer the ship? No, I cannot. Oh, I think that guy just got shot. Oh, I think the archer tower is actually firing. Because one of them jumped over and he got shot in like the jump. Yeah, I can definitely see arrows fly. Oh yeah, there's a lot of arrows as well.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Assault ships!
But it looks like our fleet was successful in defeating the barbarians. Seems like we lost a few ships that were heavily damaged and kind of flanked there. I'm gonna tell these three to leave just so we get them out of the way. Then I'm gonna take all the rest of these and we're gonna line them up because the enemy army is lining up to meet these guys. And I can land my army, or the navy, I can land them behind the force. But also, I can use these ballista ships to kind of come in through here. And then from the flank, I can just shoot up the flank of these guys. Right, so now we go over to take control of the army. And we have all of the 5th. Oh, and look at that. They've got a little hill right in front of their position that we can take. So let's march there. Gonna put the legate right there, and we're gonna put the cavalry is gonna swing around and see if we can't get at some of the weaker units in the back. And how many ships can I land at the same time in the harbor? We can land, let's see, 2 there, but that's kind of way too far away. So 2 there, 2 there, 2 there. So 6 in the harbor. And then there was some points here I can land as well. So let's see, 6 of them. Not the admiral. So we're gonna get these guys to land there. And then we can get the rest to land in the flank. And the artillery ships. There's supposed to be 3 of them. Are you still under attack by this guy?
Ready for orders.
But there's no... apparently there's 9 people on board this. Why aren't... is...
Stop gaping like fish and start working.
I think I can sink this one like this. Maybe. I'm breaking this boat to utter destruction. Damage 82%. A little bit more and I can break it to shit and it can leave us be. The ghost ship. Let's see. And I think that was it. Yes. The assault ship is free. Or the, I mean the artillery ship. Fired well. Oh, they're moving forward. I'm gonna get these guys to land. Because the enemy is moving forward with their plan. whether or not I'm ready. So we're gonna have to move in. They're moving to claim that high point, which would be a rather obvious strategy, wouldn't it? We're gonna extend our line to meet with the enemy. Gonna get my archer forward. And then the cavalry can now sweep around also so I can see what's going on behind the hill here. And at the same time we're landing troops to deal with this one group of archer that decided to just kind of stand against the navy as it's landing. So we've got our own D-Day landings, although it's not in Normandy though. Oh, the enemy is going straight forwards towards the Legion and are attacking them head on. Can I get my bloody Marine?
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
The Marines have landed, Commander! God save the Marines! Send them in. At the same time, the enemy is kind of clumped up. And they're just staying there. So I'm not gonna sit here and let them shoot me to shit. So...
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
And the fact that then the enemy is not attacking us is kind of kind of telling that they're not actually that ready to fight us. Marines are coming in from the back. Gonna get the... ooh, look at all the archers back here. Okay, so the enemy is actually faltering just by... just by the... What legion did I send in here? I can't even remember. The 5th, was it?
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Charge in. The archers kind of ran into the what are they called? The archers kind of ran into my cavalry. Kind of riskier of us shooting our own men. Wait, why can't I get any closer? I'm supposed to be... I think it's because we're kind of at sea level, maybe. And I think we should tell these guys to hold fire. Probably pretty good. Okay, so we crushed them there. Gonna send in some Marines over here. Cavalry, deal with these. We got loads of Marine coming in over here. Run these guys down and go for this one where it's the legate. We'll send him in to support. And rather quickly we have disemboweled the enemy force. My Marines cutting their way through the enemy. I think that guy... Oh, I thought he was going to lose his head. They're all gutted.
Units have been discovered.
We've got some other barbarians running away. Where is the commander? Oh, here it is. Commander. For some reason... it's interesting though. Well, it's not interesting, it's annoying. That's what word I'm looking for. It's annoying that I'm not able to get closer to the action. Like, for some reason it stops right up here, which shouldn't really be the case. Oh, the wrong unit. There we go. So we got a bit of archer fire. I think it's hitting more of our men in the neck than it's actually hitting the enemy. And those guys in the back aren't really engaging that much in the fight. And probably best to withdraw the cavalry out of all that. I'm surprised though that the enemy commander actually holds.
Ready, troops! On quick march!
Given that he's got,
Legionary!
at this point,
Orders understood!
everything stacked against him. He hasn't died yet though. Oh, I think they just routed. And victory was achieved. I notice here at the coast also, I just noticed now, like I've been focusing on so much other things. There's no snow here at the coast, which I don't get why that is. But there we have it. Our D-Day invasion was successful, where we smashed them quite readily. So yeah, let's go back to the campaign map. And there sinks their navy, and we also killed the garrison within the settlement. It does, yeah, we lost one ship, but it was the one I think that killed the most also, so they did a very good fight. It seems as though the towers actually do fire, they have like archer fire at the same time. So I don't know. The thing though is about how you board. It might be better to actually micromanage it, so you run up the side of the enemy ship and then try to board, because from the front there, as you could see, the enemy was kind of, or maybe not trying to board the enemy at all, unless it's a smaller, like those smaller skirmish ships, and let the enemy try to board you instead, because then the towers will just murder them. Anyways, we capture this,
Ready for orders!
and guys Sextus and Quintus gained ranks, and you don't want to be standing out there in the snow. What happened now? Was this... Ah, we took back the armor place. That's good. I don't know if I want fishing port. But no military one either. More a commercial one. To make me some money. And the Neptune, and then just shaft mine, why not?
Ready for orders!
But with that, that means that we can upgrade a lot of these units and get that extra shield for a lot of units that don't have it. Are there other legions that don't have this? And now we're starting to make plus money again. Yes, we do have these mercenary cavalry that don't have it. And some of the new legions that have been recruited. This fight over here, I'm actually gonna out-resolve because it's so much in my favor. I'm gonna go at aggressive stance and just charge over the walls and into the city. It's kind of interesting how they usually localize most of the damage over to the second legion. But in this case I lost like no one. And, well, it did focus in the damage on the legate and the cavalry. And then the 3 cohorts of the 8th.
At your command!
And Marcus, that legate, gained some good stats. And with that, with taking this, we have opened the route to Elysia and a number of other places, and we can kind of bypass going through the snow here. And also, it looks better on the map if you look there. Now we have kind of straight line going through. Gonna just make sure that we take over what is called Aremorica region, and then we head over to Lutetia and so forth. The goal right now in terms of quest is actually to take this, but I think I want to go, the first thing is we need to get this to get that timber, because then I can upgrade the navy. Well, it's early March, so we should expect the snow to relinquish its hold, which will mean full-on attack by the legions, or at least over on our left flank, and kind of close that out, while the right flank can be more cautious because the Nervi still has quite a bit of forces. And one thing that I have been spying over on these towns here, but it's quite clear that the Everni do not have any troops really to stand against us. So I should really move over the spies to take a look at these areas. Given that the battle only took about 12 minutes or so, I think we can go ahead and it's safe to go ahead and end turn and see if something else happens here. And maybe the snow will go away and I can do some more maneuvering and planning for the coming campaigning season. So with that said, let's go ahead and end turn. An unforeseen threat. There was actually an Everni army stationed here. Now, I know they had a force there to recapture it, but I didn't know it was actually at full strength. So clearly I kind of failed in my spy assessment. Due to this, it actually says that it's it's one of their top generals. Don't know how he has survived and hasn't died earlier. But yeah, it's actually going to be quite a tough battle, and now we're going to defend the same settlement we just took. And yeah, let's go ahead and strike up the fence. Now this coastal town actually has quite a good defensible position. One thing is though, is that this flag is actually situated right here. So I'm not entirely sure if I'm actually going to be forced to fight here at the beach, where I don't really want to fight. I kind of want to hold up back here where we can actually use the hay bales up on this plateau. So if we quickly take a look at the town. So the enemy starts over here. And then we have a ridge going through here. And it's kind of blocked off by walls. If they're gonna go through there. And if they go through here, they have to go through there to get there. And then there's a mighty ridge around here, which I've blocked off back here. Got my ballistas there. And then I blocked off here. I had this opening right here. I left that open in case it happens as it usually does, that we fight back and forth here. Then I can sneak away cohorts to come around. But it might be that we have to rush down here if they capture the flag. I don't know if that's really how it works. I don't know why they didn't put the banner up here and put it down here, since I clearly need to hold both places. Also I have my archers right over here. And yeah, with that said, let's go ahead and start. And await our navy to come in as well to aid us.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
So it could very well be that their archers, right now I don't see any, but they probably stopped somewhere out there. We're already shelling the bastards. So the cavalry should really be marching out over here. And then going over there first. Morons. We had one unit there. Aren't you supposed to be able to... yeah, like that. So I want them to go over here and come to this side. Their stupid cavalry is gonna ride onto all our traps. It's a mighty strong cavalry unit, but it's gonna get cut to pieces, and then they idiots run straight onto this to lock themselves in, which could warrant us taking advantage of that situation. by setting up troops there.
Ready for battle?
The archers haven't really been able to do that much, so we'll move them over there. They're coming in with loads of cavalry, so we're losing the point. If they're starting to see some time ticking down, then I definitely have to throw my men forward.
Yes, Commander.
It seems as though we're just barely able to throw from up here. But the thing is, I will be able to throw in their backs, which is good enough. And the cavalry, I mean, the cavalry forced their way through all this crap. Okay, so the 2 cohorts. Move the damage one back. And this one back in its position over here. So we're losing this, but I only think you lose morale for losing those. You don't actually start to lose sort of the battle, or I hope you don't. I'm actually, that's my cavalry. Coming around, let's see, where do they have their archers? They're merging in their archers right through here. Now the cavalry is attacking us. Anti-cavalry formation for all the front ones. But also I'm gonna order them to throw at will. To hopefully cut down some of these cavalry bastards. And I'm gonna already start moving some cohorts over to surround the enemy, because I'm not gonna need that many. I'm also trying to look out here for okay, the archers are doing their job, that's good. It's kind of a lot of them. Enemies, that is.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
And I think it's high time we set off these fireballs. Okay, we got a few of them actually working as intended. The enemy cavalry is pushed so far forward that I can't actually get to all the fireballs over here. Ooh, we're gonna get a few of them running through. Ooh, that's probably quite devastating.
Our general is under attack.
The bastards are attacking him as well. Could have been more effective. I'm gonna move the archers over here, and then we're gonna switch to flaming shot to see about getting them a little bit more effective fire. Let's see. I have these 2 and these 4. We have 2 archer units here. They ran over most of the spikes here. Just gonna send in all of them to get rid of that. Thing is, charging in their back is not gonna be possible right now. Just because these pits are on fire right now. Yes, throw your pilas into that mess. And then we have you 4.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
It's gonna ready themselves. Oh yeah, completely forgot about the Navy. Navy's gonna hurry into the harbor. And I want you to go at full speed. Whip the slaves if you have to. Okay, so with my archers firing flaming arrows, they've set fire to the pits, and are so causing quite a bit of damage to the enemy. But it's not necessary for them to continuously fire over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire in the back where we got some weaker enemy units that can definitely do with getting shot down. Also really don't like bloody cavalry. They're actually kind of being able to outflank us over there. So I'm going to move you into position to stop that. And then I'm going to move this reserve unit forward. I'm going to inspire you. And then charge in the rear or the side of that cavalry unit. Gonna breaking them down there. We'll wait until these have most... I can't believe that these guys are still... Oh, there's quite a few of them there. The key to your victory, cavalry, is your speed. So just run them over. Right, the fleet is now appearing on the horizon. There's heavy fighting along the ridge. Archers firing into the mess over the heads of the enemy. Our legionnaires fight bravely and we are holding our position. Some maybe a little bit too bravely as they moved all the way over here, which is not necessarily that good. Actually opened up kind of a hole there, or I guess it's because...
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Oh, the enemy is actually kind of pushing through here. Some of the units here are definitely kind of not doing too well. I don't think we can wait. We'll move them into position already. And then we'll go throw some shit in there. They have a few units that are routing. And I think we'll, even this little small one is going to have to be thrown in there. So the cavalry were done with their side, but I think what we'll do is we'll just have them stationed here. And any barbarian trying to ride out is going to be captured by them. So the ballista ships are going to be able to... No, I don't want the artillery landing. If I accidentally told them that. Okay, so I'm landing quite a few of these. And then I'm telling the artillery ship to fire at the back of the enemy. And I'm going to order these to throw at will. Which is kind of also setting fire to... You know what?
One of our units has used all
The
its
artillery ships will fire standard rounds. Because we're setting fire to a few of the pits over there, which I don't want to. And also up here, they're almost breaking through. Okay, I think we've had enough of artillery shots. And now the... we've got the Marines coming ashore. And I want the Marines then to go over there. And then they'll throw into this. And... oh, the enemy general is about to die. Is he not? That Inspire, like, recharges really quickly. Oh, they're all already breaking. The bastards. I don't know why he did that. But get in there. It was set heavily in the favor of the enemy. And clearly that was a lie. Because I am more than well victorious
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Kill that old bastard. The Marines throwing their spears onto the retreating barbarians as they huddle against the rocks.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Let's see. They're all kind of running away the same way, aren't they? There were a few running this way. That's just loose horses running about. Ah, there they are. We'll have the legate deal with these. As they're crushed against the defenses here. The legates and his men is gonna kill these. And as more and more of the barbarians are now streaming out there, I'll order the cavalry to run them down. And it's gonna be a lot of slaves for Rome this day. A lot of them. As we capture the bastards. And order my cavalry horde to go straight up the line here. Capture as many of these warriors as possible. I don't think a lot of them are making it away anyway, so. So pretty successful defense, I'd say. And absolutely crushed the only credible force they still have, the Averni, in the Gallic lands. But I guess we should head back to the campaign map in this point. So with that, let's go back. Unfortunately, the enemy army survived. Wait, did they ever say the general died? I don't think they did they? So that bastard managed to survive. Anyways, more slave for Rome. I hope the way the slaves works is it actually focuses it to the region. Because I don't need more unhappiness down in the Narbo region. But more slaves are definitely needed. Right, and there we are. I don't think there's much to say. I mean, all of it is stupid enemy agents doing God knows what sabotage and subversion everywhere. I think since I already fit 2 battles in this video, I think we're going to end it right here. So, hopefully you guys enjoy this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.